Hey everybody, I am Justin.
And I'm James.
And together we are
Dollar-Wise Gamers. Should record everything we ever say, so I don't have to talk about things.
Everything completely, 100%, everything?
All the time.
All the time?
All the time.
James, speak into the microphone, please.
I am speaking into the microphone.
No, all the time.
All the time.
From
okay.
now on.
I'm going to need someone to carry this around with me because I'm really busy at work sometimes. So maybe if we take like this beam part out of here,
yeah,
we could use it like a boom and just hold it
That's
in front
a good
of me
idea.
all the time.
Speaking of a boom microphone, I kind of want to get one. I've got a $50 Amazon gift card to use.
And then you can be like, boom, how you like that microphone hanging over there.
It would be nicer for doing like the video stuff we want to do.
Yeah. And then that would be like more of an area boom, so it would get both of us.
Yep. So we wouldn't have to set this stuff up.
That would be good.
Wouldn't it?
I like it.
All right.
Use your money to buy that thing.
Okay.
Are we recording?
We're recording.
Hey, people listening, guess who's back from the UK?
Guess who?
Brennan
and Giles.
And Giles has
back.
returned.
Giles has returned from the UK.
Giles the monkey.
Should I post any of the Giles stuff on the Twitter
Of course.
page? Okay.
Giles should be famous.
I just wanted to make sure that was okay before I did it.
I mean, he does enjoy his anonymity, but nobody really knows where he lives, and he's kind of, he's a bit of a recluse. I mean, he likes to go out and travel, but he's relatively safe where he is, so
yeah,
he'll be all right.
He's got real big, beautiful purple eyes.
He does.
He had a lot of fun in the UK.
It looked like it from the pictures he sent me.
He went up. He went up on the York Minster.
Okay.
Which is the tallest building. It's a minster. It's everybody knows a Westminster.
Yeah.
Westminster Abbey and those types of things. So it's the tallest building in York. Nothing can be taller than the York Minster. So we went up on that. That was a lot of fun. There's a couple of pictures from there. All the museums we went to. Jorvik's Dig. We couldn't go to the actual Jorvik thing because it was out. Like I said in the last podcast, it was flooded.
Yeah.
Yep. And I said it incorrectly. My wife gave me a hard time about it. It's the group that she works for is the ones that cleaned up that stuff, but it's not the York Museum Trust. The York Museum Trust is something else.
Okay.
But it doesn't really matter. It is what it is. By the way, episode 38. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Dollar-Wise Gamers.
Whoa, we're recording for that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I thought we were just recording because we agreed we were going to record everything we said from now on, so I don't have to listen to stories twice or say things twice.
Yeah.
And I said that before, so now, man, it's like a trap.
But anyway, episode 38.
Divisible by 19, 2, 38, and 1.
That's a nice, simple one.
Not a prime number, but a couple podcasts away.
Yeah.
Not too far.
Yeah. They do get further and further afield, I think.
That is probably true.
Yeah.
Because the rotation of the 2 and 3 divisibles and 2, 3, and 5 are gonna
eventually there's gonna be so many.
It's true.
But anyway, so yes, I am back from the UK. I brought Giles back. It was a lot of fun. I had a great time. Really wanted to stay being there, but was unable to. Giles is hanging out with us.
He is. He wanted to be part of the podcast.
Oh,
he's got to be quiet though. He knows that.
We should also mention that we're not video recording this.
It's true.
It's because literally, I got off the plane. I don't know because my time for my computer
is 7 o'clock now.
Okay, so I got off the plane about 4 hours ago.
Right.
Basically, I got
picked up at the airport 2 hours ago.
Yes.
Got home 1 hour ago.
Yes.
And got here about a half an hour ago. So you people better like it, because he should be sleeping. If I was him, I would have been like, we ain't recording today. But it was either this or like Wednesday at the earliest, and I'm not even sure because I don't have the schedule. So it was this or it was going to be a while.
Yeah, and if we did it Wednesday, then we're pushing back into like it not being
this humble bundle. Well, it would still be this bundle. Because we're still in the first week and there's still more games to be added.
Right.
And just go buy the bundle before you even hear us talk about it.
We didn't also look up anything on AES, so we might have to push that one back another 2 weeks.
We'll
talk about it. Or maybe we'll do a special episode on AES.
That's possible.
We could probably
see what
try
my
to-
schedule is,
yeah.
see what we can work out.
We'll see what we can work out.
Maybe we can try the online recording because we've been talking about that for a while. And
Yes.
see, it might be a good opportunity to give it a shot. You know,
Actually,
since it's,
yeah, we'll utilize Casual Shenanigans TeamSpeak.
Okay.
So they've offered that up for people, and I can actually set up
A private room.
a private room that
Nice.
has a thing so other people can't come
Finally,
in.
the private room I've been asking for, Justin.
But anyway, yes, the UK was wonderful. It was a lot of fun. I already miss it, you know. Bawled my eyes out. My son and I bawled our eyes out, saying goodbye
To the UK.
to the UK. Not to my wife.
Yeah.
No.
That wouldn't make any sense.
Have you seen the? Maybe not, because it's a Disney movie. I saw it on the way back. It's called Inside Out.
I haven't. No.
Twice in that movie, and it might have been because my emotions were already running high and I was very low on sleep.
Yeah.
But tears like streaming down my face.
And you're extra emotional at high altitudes.
It's true. My son has discovered he hates airplane food.
Well-
Absolutely hates it.
Well, he's a young kid. Like, airplane food is never glory, unless you're in
No.
first class. And even then, there's...
Well, see, the thing about it, if you notice, they give you very spicy foods, things, because your taste buds don't work the same way up
Okay.
at that altitude. So they tend to give you very spicy things that have a lot of flavor in them,
Yeah.
because of that.
Yeah.
And so that's why, like, people are always like, airplane food, what the hell? So my son, every time he would eat it, he was like, it's just too strong for him. Anything
Yeah.
he would eat, he just didn't like it. So it was interesting. I got a lot of food because I was just eating what he didn't eat.
Nice.
But, but he was fine. I gave him sugar packets. I was like, here you go. You can have the sugar packets because I ain't drinking any tea.
Yeah.
So moving on. All right. Anyway, we have a tabletop simulator board game night this Sunday.
That is happening quickly.
Yeah, it's January 24th. We're
Yep.
going to do it at 7 p.m., but by the time I probably get around to having this podcast up, it might even be past. So if it depends on how much I work on it tomorrow. If I can get it done tomorrow, then we'll be good.
Anyways, on January 24th, we will will have had recorded a tabletop simulator game night where I'm going to dominate
Yeah.
whatever game we play.
Yeah, we're going to wait to see how many people show up. Sherbets has definitely said, I think Levis is interested, but couldn't give me a specific, and then I'll reach out to the Casual Shenanigans to see if they want to shoot in like they did with the other one.
Yeah.
Kind of fill in some holes. There was a couple of people that were interested but didn't have the game. It was on sale 50% off just recently too.
And that happens pretty regularly.
So just keep an eye out for it if you want to take advantage of it in the future. And we won't necessarily always stick with Tabletop Simulator. We might do some other stuff as well.
It's true. It's a good forum, though, to introduce the people to some board games that hopefully they go out and they purchase because they're a lot of fun.
Yeah, they are indeed. But anyway, my Twitch streams are on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday nights. We're recording tonight, and I was not planning on streaming tonight anyway, even if we weren't going to record. Tomorrow night I'll probably stream. That's Saturday nights are my streams with my son, so those are our wolf packs. And then Sunday night we'll have the Tabletop Simulator board game night. You can email us at dollarwisegamers@gmail.com. Go ahead, do it. We're not scared of your emails. Dude, you don't be scared because we don't bite.
Right.
Yeah. You can like us over on Facebook, just facebook.com/dollarwisegamers, and you can review us on iTunes. We're also on Stitcher, and if there's any other formats you want us to get involved in, just let me know. I'll get it taken care of. Or Janet will. Most likely it'll be me because I asked Janet to do it, and then she doesn't, and so I end up doing it.
It's true.
What have you been playing this last week? This last week or two?
Board games.
Just board games.
Pretty much.
And
Playing a lot of Lords of Waterdeep.
Yep.
Which I'm really enjoying. I have, over the past couple weeks, played some Eldritch Horror. Actually won back-to-back games.
Yeah. Without
Which-
me, I'm a
It's
little
true.
disappointed.
It's true. But it was good. Like, it made me feel like, it's winnable. But, like, winning once, and because I played with my lady, and the first time we won,
Does she now feel like, because of that Castle Panic time where I played Castle Panic and she wasn't here?
oh yeah,
She feels
she
like,
has gotten her revenge.
okay, so
Yeah.
we're back on even keel here.
Oh, actually, you're up one because of Giles.
Oh,
Yeah.
Giles, but yes.
Giles, yeah. I always pronounce it wrong because I'm not British.
Okay.
I'm American.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you can't see it
Go
because he
football.
keeps his mouth shut, but he's got really bad teeth.
Does he? Yeah, it's a British thing. But he's got those beautiful purple eyes. But Yeah, no. So you're one up because of that. But as far as board game, you
Yeah.
guys are you're even
keel. Okay,
but that
awesome.
first one, it was such an easy win. You would never believe how easy
Yeah.
of a win it was. And she was like, "This game is not that challenging." I'm like,
You have
like,
no idea.
I wish like me and you or me and Pat had that win because we could have both really appreciated it. And she did, and we played again and won again, and she enjoyed the game.
Right.
But she's enjoying Lords of Waterdeep much more because that's such a fantastic game. It's so well crafted. But anyways, that's basically what I've been playing. I don't think I've loaded up anything really. I have not gotten to Banished or Besieged or Spelunky yet, which are, I think, the 3 games that have basically been recommended.
Yep.
Although they're all installed on my computer. And I installed Alien Isolation because I did pull the trigger and pay early for...
Oh, interesting.
Yep.
But
And
you
then-
don't know what the other ones are going to be, right? They didn't tell you that.
Correct.
Okay.
But I'm already cashed in for it. So, and then they actually went on sale with all the DLC, so I spent another $7.50 on that for a game that there's a reasonable chance I may never play. So that's exciting.
Now, the one thing I'm wondering about that with that Humble Monthly, because normally they charge you about the 19th or 20th, right?
right before it comes out or so. But
Right,
you could
but-
pay early.
Right, but
To
I'm
get that
wondering
one
if it's
game.
going to become available once they charge, because they normally charge before the 1st, and the 1st is when it becomes available.
I don't know. What I was thinking is, like when you sign up new, you get a bonus game.
Okay.
Like you get a game. It's not a bonus game. It'll be part of the bundle or was part of the last bundle or whatever. I think they're doing that as a way for people that are on the monthly subscription to be able to get that game just like the people that are signing up for the first time.
Okay.
So like if we had never signed up, we were going to sign up, it would say, hey, sign up for Humble Bundle monthly, Humble Monthly, and get Alien Isolation right now.
Right.
But for us, we're already signed up, so they're not just going to give us that extra game
Right. Not
right
until-
away.
Right.
But they're giving us that option as pre-existing people who are subscribed to pay now to get it.
Which is interesting because what they were doing for the last 2 months was you got one of the games beforehand.
Right.
And then they did like, okay, this is one of the games that was in this bundle, and if you buy next month's bundle, we give you this one game that was in last month's bundle this month.
Right.
So it seems like they're still kind of playing around with what works.
Right. I
It's-
think that one makes more sense because it also lures people in like, oh, look at that game.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
it's like a little...
Yeah.
Little teaser.
It's going to be interesting to see what they come up with in February. I'm looking forward to
Right.
Alien Isolation. So that
Yeah.
alone, I was like $12, okay. Because that's how much, like when it's on really good sales, that's roughly about what you can get it for.
Yeah.
You know, with the Green Man Gaming discounts and things like that and their sale prices. Because a lot of times the 20% off will work on sale prices.
Okay.
Not all the time, but sometimes.
Right, right.
So, so I've been playing this week just mostly games that my laptop will run.
Right, right.
So, Don't Starve Together, my son and I have been playing together. Civilizations 5, I've gone back to, which kind of reference back to the Humble Bundle. This
no
coming in.
spoilers.
I know,
for
right?
anyone who's listening who hasn't like seen the Humble
Already
Bundle
seen
that
it.
came out 3-4 days before we started recording this. But anyways, yes, go on.
And I played Space Base DF9. It's a Double Fine game. They are the ones who made Psychonauts and a couple other games. It's
Bunch
interesting.
of games I don't play.
Yeah, yeah. And I booted up Prison Architect again, actually,
Okay.
on the plane today, because that recently released, and it actually has a campaign now as part of it, because when it released last year, I had bought it back when it was early access. So,
Right, right.
but I haven't actually got to play much of the campaign, and I was stuck on the plane, so I was like, we'll play this game. So a lot of like sim builder games work
Yeah.
very well because they're not.
Right,
I don't
right.
need a high fat FPS or anything like that.
Yeah.
I played The Long Dark actually. I picked that up on the last sale from.
The winter sale?
Yeah, Steam had a
Steam,
little
yeah.
sale going on, and I picked up The Long Dark and played a little bit of it right before I went on tour. Yeah, right before I went on tour.
Dollar-Wise Gamers Tour featuring Just Justin.
Yeah. So, but that's really it. I've had a lot of fun. Those were all good games. My son and I are probably going to continue playing Don't Starve together because it's a lot of fun. So.
Okay. I do not like that game, but it's just not my kind of thing. I hate that like constant pressure to
We've added a lot of mods to
Okay.
offset a lot of that,
Yeah.
so that there's not that constant drive.
Look who's becoming a modder.
I know, right?
What? I tried for so long. I'm like, you should. And you're like, If you would mod Civ 5, you should play around with some of those.
I should look at some of the mods for
Oh,
that.
yeah. Especially if you're bored of the game, it's a good way to, like, re-energize it a little bit.
Yeah, I want to get into Beyond Earth and really understand it the way I understand Civ 5.
Yeah.
But it's so, like, every time I'm about to
What it
start
is
it, I'm
about
like,
that game.
but I could just play Civ 5 and not have to worry about
Or
it.
Warlock. He just gave me a look. I think the podcast is over, everybody. But there's pizza coming.
Yeah, so I got to stick around for the
Yeah.
pizza at least.
We're in it for the food, people.
All right, so let's move on. We're already spending way too much time on all of this stuff. I had a lot of fun in UK. It was great. It was a lot of fun.
Good.
I've decided, since we didn't record a video, what I will do is I will take all of the Giles pictures
Okay.
and I will do a video of the Giles pictures with our podcast behind it.
All right.
So there we go. So there will be still a video,
Okay.
just not
And-
the video.
And Giles will become famous.
And Giles will be famous as the dollar-wise gamers monkey.
It's true.
So, let's just dive right. Do you want to dive right into? No, actually, I do have a news article.
Oh yes, this is revolving around our future goals of the podcast.
It is. Yep.
And like how many of these we're going to do.
Yeah. So they recently found the newest, largest prime number.
Is it higher than 41? Because that's the next one we're hitting.
It is.
It is, okay.
It is. So we're good.
Okay,
We're
so
good.
like
At
bigger
least,
than 97?
yes.
All
yeah.
right.
So basically, if you take the number 2
All right.
and you multiply it
We've
by
already
itself,
done 2, though.
Yeah, I know. But if you multiply it by itself, 74,207,281 times, and then subtract 1 from that answer,
All right.
that is the new highest prime number.
Okay.
It has over 22 million digits.
Yeah, we're not going to be able to do that.
That's a lot of
Yeah.
podcasts.
I mean, I guess if like we get really popular and become immortal and podcasting stays around for a really, 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 really long
or
time.
evolves into something else.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just podcasting. It's just people call it podcasting, as retro.
But like every word you stated is like labeled as a different episode. Because that's the attention span that people have gotten
to at that point.
Well, good for that number.
Yeah.
Like, welcome to prime numbers.
Yeah, it's good.
Congratulations.
You
on
were
your
always a
winnings.
prime number. We just found you.
It's
at
true.
this point,
It's true. I hope he or she still treats their family well now that they're famous.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, getting mentioned on Dollar-Wise Gamers is pretty much where
That's the cream of the crop.
Yeah,
I bought you a board game in the UK,
he did.
and I'm going to do my best to pronounce this. Hanafatafel. Hanafatafel.
Okay, it's the Viking game.
It's the Viking board game.
Yes.
If you just do a search for the Viking board game.
Does it? Do you know? I didn't read the thing in there. Does it have history as being like a Viking game? Is it like a classic?
No, this
like-
is these. They found remnants of these games in digs, and then there's references in writings to how the word. Because I actually asked them, I was like, "How do you know what the rules are?"
Yeah.
All right, so our pizza has arrived, so we're going to shoot through the last little bit of this podcast so we can go eat.
Okay, enjoy your existence, people. I'm hungry.
I'm actually going to throw a link in the underbar for the video and the podcast that gives you a link to Instructables is the website, but it'll show you how to you can make the game yourself.
Okay.
It's very simple. The rules are very straightforward. They're not complicated, which makes sense.
It's
Based
an older
on what
game.
the kinds of things that you had. So that will be available for you. You guys can check that out. See if you like it. James, we can try it at some point and we can see how it goes. It's not really my type of game, but because, it's not co-op.
Well, it's a Viking game, and I do have like Norse,
You do.
old Norse ruins tattooed on me, so
Yeah.
it all makes sense.
My wife works at a Viking thing, so
It's true, and I'm gonna dominate at this game.
yeah.
I'm gonna teach my lady how to play, and then I'm gonna beat her.
But in the game.
Well, yeah. No, she like in that respect, she would whoop my ass. So we're not doing that.
But all of those things. So that's the only news articles we have this week.
All right.
All right, so let's dive into the humble Firaxis Games bundle. So this bundle goes to support Action Against Hunger.
Reading.
Yeah, I know. It's really small, that second word.
It's true.
but the actual thing is written right next to it, so I have no excuse. All right, and so we're gonna shoot through these.
Okay, well let's go because like we both own several of these games.
Correct.
So in the $1 or more, what don't you own?
I don't think I own the Ace Patrol bundle.
Me either. Okay. Also, there's Sid Meier's Pirates, which we both own.
Yep.
I know you've put some hours into that. You enjoy
Yeah.
it. It's a good game.
20 or
Especially
30,
at
actually.
$1. Like, $1 would be worth it just for that game.
Yeah, I think
XCOM
I
Enemy
actually.
Unknown, definitely worth $1.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Like, if you can't get like a handful of hours out of those two games, then these are definitely not your kind of games.
And
at
I
all.
would recommend downloading and installing the mod Long War.
Okay.
After you've played through a little bit, if you really enjoy it but just feel like it doesn't have quite enough,
Yeah.
install Long War.
Okay.
And you'll really enjoy the game because it adds so much more depth to that game. And then the last one on there was Civilization 3, Sid Meier Civilization 3, but it's the complete edition, so it has everything.
And that is, I don't own any iteration of that game.
I think I have it. I'd have to pull up. I don't have my Steam up, but
We're going to have to figure it out because maybe we both buy the $1 one.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, one of us buys this next tier. I don't think we need the third tier, but we'll get to that. So the second tier right now is basically at $10, $9.96 on my screen. I haven't refreshed since we started
that's what
recording
I'm.
now.
Yeah, that's what I'm showing too.
So Civ 4, the complete edition,
Mhm.
game I don't own.
I think I own it.
I'm almost positive you own that one because isn't that the one you put a lot of hours into?
Yes, but I used to own it like on a disc. I didn't
Okay.
own it on Steam. So,
All right.
But yes, somebody's excited upstairs.
You know. And then Sid Meier's 5,
Which
Civ 5, which we both own. It's a great game.
loads and loads of hours.
And then
All right, I think the dogs are done howling. We have lots of things working against us today.
it's true. Okay, so Sid Meier's Starship, which I do own.
I don't own, but I've wanted to play it
Okay.
for quite a while. So, yeah.
And then 2 XCOM Enemy Unknown packs, the Elite Soldier pack and the Slingshot pack.
Okay. The Elite Soldier pack was you got when you pre-ordered originally, and then you could purchase it afterwards, which is honestly the way they should do. If they're going to do pre-order bonuses,
Yeah.
you should have the option to purchase it at a later time.
Yeah, it's counterproductive to those that are trying to pawn off crap games, though.
Yep. It doesn't add a lot. It adds a couple of stuff for your soldiers. It's not necessity. However, the Slingshot pack, I recommend. It's got extra
Okay,
missions.
you have both of them? Because I don't think I have either of them.
Yep, I have both of them.
All right.
I recommend it. It's got some extra missions. It's got a whole new sort of quest line.
All right.
So definitely, you should have it.
And then XCOM Enemy Within, which we both own, because that's an
Yep.
expansion and add-on to Enemy Unknown, right?
Mhm.
Okay. And then 10% off Humble Monthly, which I don't know if we can cash in on that.
I don't think we can.
If you haven't already done it, you might be able to. I mean, it's only $1.20, but
Yeah.
you know,
That's
brings us down to a 9 and change.
Yep.
And
And
then
then-
that's the more games coming soon.
So we'll see what else they have, and it's all going to be for Axis. So,
Right.
and my experience has been there really isn't too many for Axis games I don't like.
True story.
So the final tier is the $15 tier, and this has a couple of games. We will not be buying this tier, but if you don't own these games,
It's probably, I mean,
it might be worth it.
$15. Yeah, it probably is.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so Civilizations Beyond Earth, not
Right.
a bad game per
Yeah.
se.
But for $15, when you add everything else in, actually, if you think about it, if you're definitely going to be $10, you're getting this for $5.
Yeah,
It's worth it at $5.
yeah. And the thing is that Beyond Earth is not a bad game. We bought it. We pre-ordered it. It was one of the ones from last year. It wasn't bad. It just it didn't do enough. It
Right,
wasn't
right.
enough of a.
I was disappointed, and I couldn't tell you why.
Yeah, exactly. Every time I think about playing it, I just end up playing Civ 5.
Or Warlock.
No. Sid Meier's Civilization Beyond Earth Exoplanets map pack also is included in that. That was a pre-order bonus that they also added.
Yeah, I think we have that.
We do. And then 33% off Sid Meier Civilization Beyond Earth Rising Tide downloadable content that just recently came out.
Yeah.
And the one thing that added is it added ocean cities
Okay.
that you could move around,
Neat.
which is kind of interesting.
Right, right.
So as opposed to expanding your cities out to get access to more resources, you move your city to other locations to get access to more resources.
Interesting.
It's an interesting new kind of take on it. I don't know.
But I mean, bottom line, the middle tier there, if you don't own these games, is probably very much worth it. You're gonna end up with Enemy Unknown, Pirates, Simple Game, Civilization 3, 4, and 5. Although 5 isn't the complete edition. If you get it and you like it, which if you like these kind of games, you probably already own it. But it like I didn't, and when I got it, I really fell in love with it. You can get the complete pack DLC stuff. It goes on sale. Just got to keep your eyes open.
Oh yeah, and when it goes on sale, it goes on sale for like, geez, you can get the whole thing for $4 or $5. I feel like it's super cheap. You can watch it on Green Man Gaming. You can watch it on Humble Bundle on their store. Steam sometimes as well, but some of the off sites you can tend to find it for really good deals. I'm sure even it's possible it's on sale right now somewhere.
It's true.
So, but all of these games are great. I mean, if you like these kinds of games, this is a no-brainer. No-brainer.
If you already know you like these kind of games, you might own a lot of these.
Yeah.
But there's a reason why Civilization 5 and the ones before it, 3 and 4, but Civ 5 is like the king of the mountain as far as my opinion right now. At this stage, like there's a reason why they're so popular and people play them so much because they're great games. And so for $10, it's worth dipping your toe into this kind of game and seeing if it's something you like.
And they do a very good job of that cycle. They have a good reward cycle, so much so that, like James and Warlock, you can play this game for hours and hours and hours. It's one of those games where it's like, I'm going to sit down and play a couple of turns, and then, oh my God, the whole weekend is over.
Right.
So that is a real thing that does happen.
Oh, yeah.
So, but we didn't give any scores. We didn't search any of that type of stuff out. We didn't get prices on these things because we actually feel very strongly in this game. Civilization 5, back when we used to do dollar-wise deals,
was one of our tops.
One of them.
Oh, yeah. I think it's one of our early episode features.
Very possibly.
But that's a long time ago.
So we don't really do those anymore because basically the Humble Bundle and the games that we talk about tend to just be dollar-wise deals in general.
It's true.
And if they aren't, we'll tell you that we don't think that they are.
But I would guarantee that these are some highly rated games.
Correct.
Can't
yes.
speak for Ace Patrol, but Civ 345, XComs, Starships, it's a solo player game.
Yeah.
So it's not like Civ 5 you can play online. I'm guessing Civ 4 you can, but I don't really know.
Actually, Levis and I have been playing a lot of Civ 5 together.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, Civ 4, I think it had online capability, but I don't remember.
Anyways, check it out. Humble Bundle, the Firaxis bundle.
So we did get an email after the Lad podcast from Sherbets. Sherbets told us, thanks for recording the video podcast.
Nice.
So that was awful nice. Levis told me as well when we were playing that he appreciated it.
Nice.
Originally, Sherbets had said that they might not be able to come to the board game night, but then recently had said that they would be able to, so we're really looking forward to that. Mostly because I've never heard Sherbets' voice, so...
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't he show up to something once? I feel like he showed up to the last board game night, didn't he, at the end, or was that somebody else?
He was in the chat.
Okay.
But I don't think he was playing. Oh, no, Bcash was the other one that showed up.
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
Sorry, Sherbets, didn't mean to confuse you with other people. We have so many fans, it's hard
and
to keep track.
then Sherbets gave you some suggestions for the games, which was Banished and Besiege.
Yes, which I have installed, and I was amazed at how quickly they installed. They are very small games. So yeah, I gotta make it happen. I gotta try those games.
Yep. All right. So all of those things, this is it. This is where we're going to cut it here. Thank you for joining us. This was episode 38. We will be doing, if we don't do AES, AES? No, what's it called? CES. If we don't do CES on the next podcast, we'll probably do a special just on CES because we like to talk about it, some of the new tech, lots of stuff in VR, which I'm super excited about.
It's true, but it feels like it's getting a little bloated right now, which could be a problem.
Yeah, but we'll see. We'll see how it kind of all plays itself out. As always, we really appreciate all you guys coming out, listening to us. We got some really good views on our video, so we're going to try to continue doing that for you all. If you do enjoy it, please feel free to comment. Please feel free to like it. Share it, let people know about us. That's one of the best things you could ever do is let somebody else know about the podcast. If you enjoy it, maybe you know somebody who also will enjoy it. You can check us out over on Facebook. Like I said, facebook.com/DollarWiseGamers. We're on iTunes and Stitcher. And then obviously we always have to thank the Janet. Thanks, Janet. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks.
Brendan, thank you for our wolf pack. Thank you for being an awesome traveling partner too. It was a lot of fun. It was first trip on a plane, so first real trip on a plane. He had one when he was like an infant, but and then as always, thank you to all of our fans out there. We really appreciate it. It's awesome interacting with you all, and we're looking forward to doing more of these board game nights and everything with you all. So, James,
enjoy your existence.
Now let's go eat some pizza.
Let's do it. That's how we're going to enjoy our existence.
We're going to eat some pizza.